Here's my vision of what we need to do on the bonus session. The bonus session needs to be like a networking, but like in a networking group, people will come on a regular basis if you have friendships. You know, have you ever known people that go to lunch every day at the same place? You know, I belong to the Phoenix Club. They have a chicken buffet every Wednesday. I go there just because it's a good price for a chicken buffet. But it's always the same people there every day. So if we build a network here of friends where you come and you say, oh, I want to talk to Joe, I want to talk to Tom, you know, and I also believe we probably need to have lunch during the bonus session. So what I'll do, if somebody volunteers to buy lunch one week, I will buy lunch one week too. And I will even do it the first week if somebody decides to volunteer for the second, you know, so you only have to do it once a month. You only have to do it once a year. So if somebody volunteers to buy lunch, and it's, you know, you get pizzas, subs, whatever, it won't be that expensive. But if somebody volunteers it, I will do it the first month, and then you guys will do the next month.
volunteer.
You volunteer?
Yeah.
Good, okay, so next month I will come up with pizzas or subs or something.
Okay.
And you want to make this into a group session though, where, you know, you want to come back and, you know, I want to talk to Mark. I want to talk to, you know, everybody here just as friends. Because if you do that, the group will grow and it'll grow exponentially very quickly.
All
That's
right.
my vision.
So this bonus session, we did it for the first time last month. I was surprised at how many people stayed. It was pretty interesting. And there is something very powerful about people just getting together and hanging out and talking. And so, how do you do that? I don't know exactly. Dave and I meet for the Jerusalem Project, and that's bringing peace to the Middle East. Okay, and so we meet every Thursday, and so we hang out. There was one week we came that I had nothing on my plate, nothing to talk about. It was a very traumatic experience for me.
Unusual too.
Unusual. And it was very powerful, and it's actually when we talked about the heroin and what it does to the brain and the need and all of those type of things. And so, so I enjoy talking at that level. Like, I don't know, it just does something to me. It's my drug. I mean, it does something to me where it's like, you know, I want to make a big difference in the world. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, the money and the business, I mean, I need to do that to support my family, but this stuff is real stuff. I mean, this is the difference between, I know, what was it, probably a year ago, my two youngest daughters are at Wheaton Warrenville Central, and one of their classmates died of a heroin overdose. And I remember crying. I remember tears coming down my eyes, and I thought, you know, Mark, it's pretty superficial. I mean, it's pretty superficial.
What is?
The feelings, the tears. You know, I'm gonna remember that for how long? But those parents, the siblings of that high school student, there's not a day in their life, for the rest of their life, forever, that they're not going to remember that. And it really ticked me off. I mean, it really ticked me off about me. I'm like, you've got to get synergy where it's running without you so you can do this full time. You have to. See, I believe, I really do, that if I could have gotten a message to him, maybe it's what David shared, maybe it's a story somebody else has, maybe it's some insights into the, you know what, when my kids have been in danger, I will do nothing, nothing will stop. I will pursue them through the ends of the world. Katrina went through a very challenging time, and she has openly, she's got a video out there on the internet, where when she was 15, she tried to commit suicide. And I had concern for her that she may run away, and I don't know where she would end up. So I started putting a strategy in place, and I said, okay, now if she runs away, I mean, I can't control that, so what am I going to do? And so I had a song written about her. And I said, if she leaves my presence, I will pursue her to the end of the earth. No matter where she goes, I'm going to make this song be a top seller. It's going to be on radio. So anywhere she goes, this song's going to pursue her. And it gave me a sense of God and how much He loves me and how He will pursue me anywhere and everywhere on the planet through every possible means to touch my heart. A number of years back, I had the realization that God loves every child on the planet as much as He does my 7 children. I mean, He does. That's the bottom line. Then I started to thinking, do I love every child on the planet as much as I love my own children? It's like, no, that I don't. Most normal human beings was, well, that's just natural. You can't love every child. Me, I'm a little bit weird. I'm like, well, if God does it, and I'm to strive to be like that, then I should pray for that. So I started praying for a heart for all the children in all the world, to have a heart for them as much as I do my own children. And about 3 years later, God granted me that answer to that prayer. As soon as He granted me the answer, I'm like, what was I thinking? That's insane. I mean, 7, it's not enough. But with all the heartache and all the hurt, that there's tremendous amount of benefit and pleasure and joy from that as well. And so, I don't know what this bonus session will be. I have no idea. I came up, I kind of think that, I mean, it might be breaking up into small groups, and so you might hang out, not one person presenting, but a whole bunch of people just connecting about different things. There are 5 things that I thought of, big versus little thinking, drilling deep with people. Dee's here today. And so there was a green screen with video, and there was an interesting connection. That would be very interesting. Heroin addiction in the brain, different economies, and then dimensions and frequency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and come to the bonus session. I'm just going to have some topics. And maybe you come to the bonus session and you have some topics. And then maybe we see what topics we talk about. And maybe one person gets up and talk, or maybe we break up into a whole bunch of small groups. And so there's a lot of power in just letting things be free-spirited. Just whatever happens, happens, and that's what it happens.